Welcome back. Outgoing Athletics Fiji President Albert Miller has raised his concern regarding his removal as the Federation's president. The former athlete confirms he was unlawfully removed from the top post.
Ousted Athletics Fiji President Albert Miller has come out firing following a vote of no confidence from the Executive Committee 2 days ago. Miller believes the committee breached the Constitution after removing him from the president's post.
The only authority that can remove a member from Athletics Fiji is a special AGM, so or a special general meeting for that matter, and that's the ultimate authority as far as our constitution is concerned.
The Hall of Fame inductee is in Lambasa and will take legal opinion on his return to the capital city.
I'll leave it up to the members who basically voted me in to take action, judging from the decision that was made by the board a couple of days ago.
Miller says the removal of president's position was not in the meeting agenda, which was conducted on Wednesday.
Well, apparently it's been planned from the look of things. The meeting has been planned all along by Dr. Alakija and her group of followers, and I saw the agenda, and there was nothing to discuss the removal of the president or vote of no confidence.
The former athlete has held the post since being first elected into the seat in 2010. He was re-elected last year and his term would have come to an end next year.
I had planned to finish my term next year, but since this has come up, maybe plans will change, and let me get to Super first and enjoy Christmas and see what kind of action.
But for now, Dr. Yodi Alakija is in charge of athletics. A decision could be made in a month's time to see where the future of athletics is heading to. Vashnil Prasad, Fiji One News.
Flying Fijians coach Inoke Male has given 2 young ruggers an early Christmas present by roping them into the training squad. The pair, however, have been brought in for very particular reasons, as it's where our national side is lacking ahead of next year's Pacific Rugby Cup.
A major break for these 2 budding ruggers, part of Inoke Male's long-term plans.
The position that we are making, those boys are too first rate. So for us, those are some positions that we are making.
Kavin in Dambenaisa of Nasinu Secondary and Carmeli Yalobingau of Ratusukuna getting a dream date in the mainstream.
Senior school boys, I saw them during the zone games in the secondary school. So they are in the under 20 team. So it's better for them to come and see the environment.
The 18-year-olds attending a tough fitness workout amongst the strong 33-member Eastern squad this morning.
Try to improve on the endurance because that is where the game will always lie on. Endurance, because the fitness of the players is my concern.
The test started at the ANZ Stadium tracks before coming to the HPU Gymnasium. Key for Male, endurance, as a similar test was run also in the West.
Same kind of test, the endurance test, the sit-up and the push-up.
With less than a week to Christmas, the players can enjoy, but with caution.
We'll be able to know which player is giving their best and who's loyal to the rugby jersey.
The players will be monitored for the next 4 weeks before returning for a follow-up. William Dembuya, Fiji One News.
And the All Blacks' most well-known star has been playing the centre role during his holidays in Auckland. Star player Daniel Carter was giving away a fair share of training gear he had accumulated throughout the year. His Twitter followers needed to know where he was to be the first ones to win.
Hey man.
Hey buddy.
Sorry, she just beat you.
No, she's my
Oh, I
granddaughter.
see. Oh, that's lucky.
Nice to meet you,
You're the
Dan.
driver. Yeah, you too. It's a great early Christmas present for you.
Yeah, it's a wonderful Christmas present. Couldn't be better.
It's quite a random thing to do, but it's always good fun. Seeing the people that come along and win the gear, you see their faces and see how much they enjoy it.
Dan Carter had surgery last week to tidy up his right ankle before taking his 6-month break from the game. The 100-test veteran says he hasn't had his full holiday time at this stage. He's looking to have a good time with his family and friends. Meanwhile, former All Black Keith Robinson has been disqualified from driving indefinitely and sentenced to community detention following conviction on a drink driving charge. Sonny Bill Williams will return to rugby union in 2015, signing a 2-year deal with the New Zealand Union and the Chiefs. Williams returned to the National Rugby League with the Roosters this season and will stay with the Sydney club next year. Williams previously played for Canterbury in the ITM Cup, the Crusaders and Chiefs Super Rugby teams, and the All Blacks from 2010 to 2012. The Fiji Football Association is hoping to get the availability of the ANZ Stadium in time for the Fiji Fact next year. Fiji FA officials are currently in talk with a rugby club who has booked the venue on the same date as that of the Fiji Fact. The Fiji Fact is supposed to be held in May, the Battle of the Giants in August, and the Inter-District Championships are to be played in October.
I'm arranging with Fiji Sports Council that on a Saturday on 24th May, I think, is booked by Super Rugby, and I'm trying to talk this over with them if they'll be able to give us a ground, and I think they should. We will talk to them. They have been very cooperative. We have been giving and taking a sort of had a give and take arrangement previously. So we are looking at Vodafone Fiji Effect played between Suva and Nosori and the 2 weekends of May. Then early August we have the BOG, and of course the October 10th Fiji Day holiday we will have the course IDC played at in that stadium.
And Fiji football has slipped one position in the FIFA football ranking released today. Fiji now sits on 182. New Caledonia, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands and Tahiti have all slipped, but are ahead of Fiji on the rankings. Australia remains the Oceania's top-ranked team, climbing one step up and is now on 58th position, while New Zealand sits on 90th place. Meanwhile, the top four remains unchanged, with world champions Spain ranked number 1 team. The Wellington Phoenix blew a number of scoring chances as they remain winless in the A-League following a 1-0 loss to Central Coast in North Sydney. But one of the former World Cup winners is looking ahead as he prepares for the summer football.
The A-League's biggest stars are still getting used to the idea of a beach Christmas. Alessandro Del Piero brought the heat against the Heart last weekend, scoring one of the goals of the season. But the 39-year-old only got through half the match because of a back injury.
Nothing serious. We're training tomorrow and Friday, and then we see what is the best thing for Sunday, but there's no damage.
Wanderers favourite Shinji Ono isn't happy with his form, but plenty of teams would love to snatch him in the January transfer window.
I say I love staying with Wanderers, yeah.
Ono's recommended the A-League to another Japanese superstar, Naohiro Takahara, who helped knock the Socceroos out at the 2007 Asian Cup. But he says there's no doubt Del Piero is the best signing to date.
He's another level. It's me, as you know, is bottom. He's already top.
Posing at Bondi, David Gallup wasn't concerned about sharks, especially the Cronulla variety. His main worry, choosing which of the 16 A-League games to attend in the festive period.
We're unstoppable in Australian sport, and the next 17 days gives us another opportunity to demonstrate that.
The Fiji Sports Awards 2014 are open for nominations with a month before closing date. The annual awards night to recognise Fiji's sporting achievers will be held at the Vodafone Arena on Friday, 28th February.
We're going back to the normal time frame for sports awards, and the sports awards in 2014 will be held on the 28th of February. So we're now requesting all national sporting bodies and anybody else that's interested to start putting through their nominations.
Fiji hockey men's team secured a win, beating the Australia Barbarians in their first match 2-0. Under heavy conditions at Laucala, Fiji looked good with their ball work and set pieces. Captain Hector Smith Jr. scored a goal in each half to seal the first of the 3 matches.
Really felt good. It was especially at home, scoring 2 goals, sealing the victory for us was really good. But it was obviously a setup from the team. I think it was a team effort through all the defending and the setting up from the boys. I was fortunate enough to be on the receiving end of those balls to score the goal.
The veteran skipper believes this challenge came just in time, as they'll soon start preparing for their new 2014
Oh yes,
season.
definitely they'll come back stronger, but we also will stick to our game plan set out for us. We just need to make small improvements to the mistakes that we've made. Definitely, and small improvement also on the positive side that we have during the games, because the boys are really doing well. I think the team effort is the main thing there.
Having the proper mechanism in place will contribute to better results and a brighter future for secondary schools netball in the years to come. That is the outcome after a 5-day national netball development camp that was held in New Zealand recently.
We should have this kind of people with us when we organize a national team.
She adds another learning experience for her as coach was the relationship between the coach and players during a game.
They looked into each and individual player's mistakes on the court, and they write it down, they note it down. After a quarter, when the players come out for a rest, they tell them. They talk individually to the players and explain their mistakes.
The Northern Mystics have welcomed their new high-profile signing with Laura Langman as they swing into the pre-season netball training. The arrival of the former Magic's captain is a huge boost for the mid-court player. Last season she played a vital role and is expected to showcase the same game for the Mystics.
I am out of my comfort zone, but they're a great bunch of girls, and Blue's the new black this year. So yeah, it's great. It's a great environment to learn in, and that's what I've come up here for, a challenge and to learn.
Langman's return will provide plenty of support for shooter Maria Tutaya, who will captain the team once again.
I'm quite lucky that we're not starving of leaders like we did last season. So yeah, I've got a pretty good backup team.
The championship begins in March. 2 Fiji junior cricketers have gotten a dream invite to play for Wellington in the New Zealand Under-17 national competition next month. Simoni Tuitonga, 16, seen here, departs with Metuisela Mbeitaki, 17, for the New Zealand capital on January 12th, with the competition to run from January the 14th to 22nd. The boys will train and contest a number of practice matches with the Wellington side before the start of the official tournament. The tournament proper will consist of 3 two-day matches and 2 one-day matches. Cricket Fiji were forced to cancel the remainder of the national women's competition matches due to wet weather in Suva today. But earlier in the day, the capital city teams proved too good as they won their matches at Albert Park. In one of the highlights in today's games, Suva Flames beat Lomeri by 30 runs. Despite Flames winning, Lomeri's Paulini Tui top scored with 15 runs, but failed to hand her side the victory. In other results, Suva Development beat Nandi by 3 wickets. Officials had to cancel the remainder of the matches, and no matches will be played tomorrow. With 2013 coming to an end, Basketball Fiji is happy with the outcome they have achieved, despite the limited resources available to them. A major achievement for them was the staging of the secondary schools tournament, where more than 700 students took part. This, according to officials, helped them identify raw talent and helped build their player base for the upcoming games.
A lot of players made their debut at the tournament, and one of the players would be Tiana Kainamoli, who is a 15-year-old student at St. Joseph Secondary School. And for the men's, it was Peter Gus and Dingitaki Kadibalavu, who are all Form 6 students. And they should be reaching their full potential in the 2015 Pacific Games.
And that wraps up sports for tonight. I'll hand it back to you, Kurt.
Thanks, Drew. Have a nice weekend. We've got world news from CNN straight after the break.